All right, underway here, and this is our 4-lap race for the Classic Sidecars, and a great start there from Malcolm McDonald and Ellie McDonald on that 611 machine, that white machine out in front. Mark Smith and Graham here, they qualified on pole position, didn't quite get the start they wanted, but they'll come into this race. So we've got the 95 of Neville and Joe Mickelson, so awesome to have them out there. We also have Glenn Spencer and Jan Spencer out there. Spencer's on the 35 machine, and then Brent Murphy, Dan Franzen. That is the 680 machine, that nice awesome blue machine in 5th place. So 5 runners out here, Classic Sidecars, a 4-lap race, and should be good fireworks expected out the front. Mark Smith, when they qualified that orange and black machine, they were well and truly quicker than anyone in qualifying. So look out for them to be fast. At the moment, they're in 2nd place with a bit of work to do. So cool to watch and hear the Classic Sidecars out here at Taupo International Motorsport Park. And already we see Mark Smith on the run, turn 8 into turn 9. I think he's got that move done. So already Smithy is in charge of this one. Well done to him. We've got that 555 machine out in front now, ahead of the 611, so check out them there. Turn 11, this is a 4-lap race, so a short little sprint race for them, but these sidecars are going to be working pretty hard down the back straight here at Taupo International Motorsport Park.
Well, I did a little shout out before, but we ran out of time to give it a little bit more airplay. But a little Thai restaurant here on the Ruapehu Street in beautiful Taupo is Thai Central, and Thai's owned by none other than former Superbike star and current motard racer and father of the current motard champion. So shout out to Russ and Kiri, and of course Thai Central, as we focus on tonight. So for those of you that are in Taupo, staying, visiting, locals or whatever, please love to see you at Thai Central tonight. Always good to have a place where you can dine as well. You know, we get a lot of sponsors in our sport that are people involved in, you know, in the motorcycle industry, automotive or other support industries, but nothing better than a restaurant to get us going. So Thai Central on Ruapehu Street, owned and operated by all-round good guy and his lovely wife. So we'll be there tonight for tea. Hope to see you down there as well. Or in fact, if you're a visitor to Taupo on a number of occasions, you're thinking, oh, here we go there, we go there, we go there. Well, what about going somewhere that's supporting our sport? So love to have you on board. Thai Central, Ruapehu Street tonight. I'm looking forward to that already, Brad.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I'm into it. So here we go, this one here, Classic Sidecars, we've got 3 laps to go. Mark Smith, Graham Wilkinson on the Creator Kitchen Wire Wrapper 555 black and orange rig. They are flying at the moment, so they were 6 seconds quicker than anyone else in qualifying. Certainly a class act here this weekend, and flying around turn number 9 now, and on the way down to the top end of Taupo International. We've got the 611 machine, Malcolm and Ellie McDonald there. They lapping at the 204, so that's good going around here. So 611, it's 2nd place for them. Neville and Joe Mickelson on that awesome number 95 machine. That is 3rd place for them. And then the Spencers, Glenn and Jan on the number 35. That's them in 4th. And Brent Murphy, Dan Franzen on the 680. And a big congratulations, of course, to Dan and Joe. An awesome marriage proposal a week ago at the Auckland Motorcycle Club's 2nd round. So well done to those two. And both out there, rivals on the track and fiancés off the track. So brilliant stuff. Here we go, this one here. Mark Smith, Graham Wilkinson. This machine here, certainly a cut above. They didn't quite get the start they wanted, but they found themselves well in the lead, and it's a beautiful sounding machine as well, so check that one out. We've got a number of different manufacturers. We've got a Yamaha, BMW, we've got a Matchless in here as well, so awesome to have probably that rig of Smithy. That's a BMW machine. He's made that a few seasons ago, and a number of these classic sidecars that are going around because of the legendary Mark Smith. So cool to have classic sidecars on the program to go with our classics and post-classics as well, adding another little bit of a flavour to our North Island road racing spectacular. So it's so good to be back on the racetrack. At the moment, 2 laps to go in our classic sidecar.
All right, the word classic, well, it refers to, of course, the era of the bikes, but also remembering, of course, this is the heyday of making sidecars. And some of these, of course, like you think of a modern sidecar and they actually veer very little remnants, I should say, to a modern motorcycle. You know, they don't have motorcycle wheels, for example. They're completely different wheels and tyres. You know, it's only the engine that's inside them. But many of these classic machines, of course, are those bikes from yesteryear. They've been a motorcycle converted into a sidecar, and that's what you don't get today, and that's why we've got such a place in our sport for them. Love them on board, of course. Boxing Day is the greatest classic sidecar race day of the year, full stop, bar none. They don't even get involved in the other 2 rounds of the Suzuki International Series, because they just come out to fly on Boxing Day, and man, oh man, the machinery on that day is just awe-inspiring. Shout out for the great Gordy Skilton as well. Gordy's doing a shift with his family this weekend, so all the very, very best. Multi-times New Zealand sidecar champion, person that I've looked up to, saw him as the hero of sidecar racing from my early times in following motorsport back in the 70s, and to be revered amongst so many people. Unfortunately lost his wife last year, but Gordy's still hanging with us, and to have a shift with the family today, very, very special indeed. So Gordy, so many people thinking and talking about you and wishing you all the very best, and it's really Gordy that salutes and is sort of the hero of that era of sidecars that are the true classics that we've got out here on the track, these machines that are a resemblance of a motorcycle from times gone by. To the people that own them, restore them and work on them, they're their passion, they're their glory, they're hours and hours of work. Owning a motorcycle is a dream compared to working on one of these. Many of these were made before brakes were invented, and you know, to look at what these machines go through is just incredible. The flex of the wheels and everything that goes with them is just huge forces that are expelled through them, and whether you call it gravity or the fight for nature or whatever, and the work that the swingers got to do, man, oh man, something special. And for me, of course, that 2020 moment when our first, second and third in New Zealand all had female swingers on board as well. I wish that story could be taken. In fact, unfortunately, you know, motorcycling doesn't get the recognition it deserves. We're all biased and sort of aware of that. But to me, that would have been a huge story to have taken to the public of New Zealand. Here's this male-dominated sport, and first, second and third in New Zealand have female swingers on board. And to me, there's nothing that resembles that. A great story. I've talked to many people about the story, people not involved in our sport from a social and work point of view that you talk to, and they find it unbelievable. And we just want to tell New Zealand what our family is like, and this is sidecar racing, and never to be forgotten out there. Look at that, a father and son, the father and daughter combo out there as well. Nev and Joe, we just think that is awesome. Bring it on. And as Brad mentioned, the proposal by Joe and the filming of it, I talked to her today, did you have any idea of it? She said, no, not until, why were we pulling over on the infield? What was going on? Why did he hop off the machine like that? And then she started to get a bit of an idea. But hey, what a great surprise, and the smile on her face still here today. A beautiful story to tell about beautiful people and our great sport. So well done. Classic Sidecars. We're loving it. And here it is, flag time.
Yeah, in the books there, Smithy gets the job done. Mark Smith, Graham Wilkinson doing the passengering there on the 555, so they get the win, and they ended up going into the 157, so 157.415 during that race there, so a cut above the rest. Well done to them. They have won handsomely here. We go to the 611. Well done to Malcolm McDonald and Ali McDonald. They come home in second, and a massive 20 seconds the winning margin, so Smithy certainly a dominant performer here. Then we go to the 95. That's Neville and Joe coming through in third place on their matchless machine. And then the Spencers, Glenn and Jan Spencer on that 35. That comes through in fourth place. And fifth there, out there still running, is Brent Murphy, Dan Franzen on that 680. So well done. That's our 5 runners, classic sidecars there. Race 1 is done and dusted, and looking forward to seeing them another 4 more times in the weekend. We've got 5 races per class scheduled in for the weekend, so can't wait for this one here, the North Island Road Racing Spectacular. And coming up next, a very superstar looking Supersport 600 field for an 8-lap race coming up next.